Today, civils interview, how I got 177 marks. These are the topic. Interview is the most deciding phase of this exam. And this video helps you to take some inputs of our civil services interview preparation and precautions, and moreover, a smart preparation, not just intelligence, knowledge, but also experience matters. So you can have take some inputs for your civil services interview preparation. And the first one is early bird. I started my preparation when I completed my mains. Immediately after mains, I started my preparation because I know the difference between 50 marks and 200 marks awarded in interview. If you are a serious aspirant, you will face interview next year or very next year. That doesn't matter. But you must start your preparation of interview after completion of your mains exam immediately. Civils interview, or it is called as a personality test also, and your personality may be a continuous process since your childhood. But with your practice, you can perform your personality better in front of interviewers. In that way, you can fetch more marks, and that helps you for good service and good desirable state. Second one, knowing what they needed. In civil services interview, what they need in us. My suitability. Knowing what they needed. So here I am very confident that I know how passionate I am for this exam and my abilities and my knowledge. So I am very confident of getting through this exam, and I am showing all the confidence in my answers and as well as in my body language too. And balance of judgment. Extremes are irrelevant to our society and for civil services too. So I want to be balanced in every aspect. For that, I have tried to know all the aspects of a topic, and to have any opinion, I tried to be more logical, more and reasonable. So clear and logical exposition. For this, I asked as many questions possible for the topic, as many possible. And for clear expression, I tried to have with more reason, and I tried to discuss with so many friends to know all the aspects. Next one is variety and depth of interest. I put as my hobbies and interest section. I put Indian mythology and teaching as my hobbies, and I started to read Ramayana and Mahabharata from various sources and from various different points of view. And teaching, of course, that was my profession. That's why I didn't need much preparation for teaching. But for Indian mythology, I started questioning about each and every character. My optional is Telugu literature. That's why I can analyze the characters and characterization, and it helped me in interview. One of my interview board member asked me about Draupadi, and another member asked me about Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugna's wives' names. Next one, moral and intellectual integrity. I tried to answer in a moral and intellectual integral way. That means if they ask me any question which I don't know, I said, "Sir, I don't know," and I don't want to pretend someone else that I am not really. And the next one, how I started my preparation. I started my preparation full time, and I divided my preparation into three main areas. That is, one is DAF, that means detailed application form, and second one is current affairs, third one is practicing all this information for interview purpose. First one, DAF, detailed application form. I allotted a page for every single minute detail. That means I put a page for my name, and I put a page for my date of birth. I put a page for my school name. Put a page for my district. Like this, I put a single page for every minute detail, and then I started writing questions, only questions, questions, only questions, as many questions as possible, not answers, only questions at the very first stage. And then I started about thinking about the right or suitable answer for each and every question. Here, not just information matters, but also how you are expressing the answer is also matter. So I started preparing questions, as many questions as possible. Then after, I started presuming that I am in front of interview board. I started to answer for every question in my better way, not for one time, repeatedly. Just for confident output, I started repeatedly answering the questions. For information oriented questions, I started write information for 2 lines, 3 lines, or 4 lines. For interview preparation is like 2 marks or 5 marks kind of preparation. So I tried to answer those questions in my mind, not on paper, because it takes very lengthy process. That's why I put the answers in my mind only. And then no, I didn't satisfy with that answers, but after that answers I put again asked questions on that answer. So questioning answer, then again question that answer, and answering that question, and again questioning that answer. In that deepest way, I tried to take as many questions as possible for me. Next one, current affairs. Current affairs are integral part of our preliminary preparation, main preparation, and as well as interview preparation. But for interview, current affairs, I read Hindu newspaper entirely, and I read Indian Express newspaper, the editorial part and the SS part, and I read magazines, as well as I listened to All India Radio. All India Radio Spotlight program, my favorite, and current affairs program also. This is one sort of regular kind of current affairs preparation. And next one, for interview kind of current affairs preparation. For this, I started to jot down as many topics as possible for current affairs. That means I started to write world, Indian, and my state related AP, and political, economical, science and tech, whichever topic it is. I started to jot down as many topics as possible, and then brainstorming of the special topic. Brainstorming helps in a different way. So, brainstorming and practice. Third one comes practice. So, for practice, I did in this manner. First one, in front of a mirror, only mirror, I faced so many questions, and this mirror person might be my interviewee, and I asked so many questions. I pretend that I am answering in front of UPSC, and we formed like an interview board. 4 to 5 members of my friends formed like an interview board, and one person is main interviewer, and I'm interviewee, and other persons also acts like board members. So simultaneously, when I completed this one, this person come, I will go this place. So in this manner, we prepared accordingly. After getting some practice, then we started doing all our interviews in front of a camera. This is a board like thing. This is mirror, and this is mirror. This is for knowing about our body language. That means our facial expressions, our eye expressions, and how we are moving, and how we are making eye contact. All these kind of aspects we are observing when we are doing demo or mock interview in front of a camera as well as mirrors. Because of this camera, we may knew how our interview went on and what are our mistakes for body language, not for intelligence, for body language. But that answer analysis is a different part. Next, mock interviews. Once you clear mains, many coaching centers offer you free mock interviews. They may have their own interest in it, but they offer you free mock interviews. It helps you to understand how your practice worked. But for subject and answering skills, you may not depend on that interview board member's opinion, because every member give you one or two of their opinions. It may not be comprehensive opinion on you, but opinions matter. You may respect them, but you need to accept every advice only if you don't know anything. But with checking and clarity, you will have your own opinion of how you are behaving. That interview, that mock interview matters. Once you completed that interview, take that CD and observe yourself how you knocked at the door, how you entered the door, and how you sat on the chair gently, and how you are maintaining your eye contacts, and how you are answering, and how you are behaving when the question which they are posing is not known by you. And one more thing is, subject matter never matters here. So don't worry about the subject, only observe your body language skills and your answer skills, and how you send off to that interview, and how you went away from that interview. Only that matters from that mock interviews. And next one comes UPSC. Next, UPSC. Some aspirants feel UPSC is one of their temple, and I am among one of them. I went there 1 week before my interview date. I asked a few persons about their interview experiences and about their questions. I saw the topics and I framed my own answers for their questions. At that pressurized moment, many may not share their experiences to you, because that is very pressured moment for them, but few may tell you their answers. So I framed my answers based on their topics, and it helped me also. I framed about environmental questions. I faced Alka Sirohi madam's board, which I faced so many environmental questions, and Buddhism type of questions also faced. So these two topics helped because of that 2 or 3 days of my experience in front of UPSC. My interview day, that is D day, I wore navy blue pant with a dignified blazer. Like I have polished shoes. I observed on mirror that I'm very good. Okay, for that interview, and I entered into UPSC Bhavan. One person showed the way, and we sat. I sat along with my co aspirants and interviewees. One person saw all the formalities, like he saw my certificates, original certificates, 10th class certificate and graduation certificate must be there. And if you missed any certificates, you can post that later. And after that, they told me my board was Alka Sirohi madam's board. When my time comes, one person showed the way for Alka Sirohi madam's board. I entered into madam's room by asking, "May I come in, madam?" Immediately she replied, "Come, come, Ramchandra, please be seated." I went to that board and wished her first. If any woman member is there in your board, first wish her, then your chairperson of the board, and then other members. If there is no woman member in your members, uh, other members, then wish first the chairperson and the other board members separately. I sat in chair. She told me be relaxed, be cool, and then she asked me the formal questions like what is your name, where are you from, kind of thing. So after this 2 to 3 minutes of honeymoon time is over, then they started questioning. First, Alcacero madam asked questions. While I started answering the questions, first I mentioned, Madam, I am Ramchandra. Sir, I am coming from this. Madam, sir. So if you say this, you even if you missed that sentence or that word, there will not be a problem. If you started with that term, and after grilling of these questions, interview lasts for 20 to 25 minutes around. So many environment questions, so many Telugu literature questions, and so many current related questions. So many questions are there, but I answered in a good way. If I don't know any answer, I said, Sir, I don't know. Madam, I don't know. I know, saying I don't know can fetch marks instead of pretend something. And after completion of my interview, okay, Ramchandra, your interview is over. You may go now. And then I thanked her separately and I thanked other board members separately. I gently, without making any noise, I gently moved from that chair and went without making any noise. And I feel okay, my interview is over. That's all my civil services interview. I got 177 marks. For any guidance and mentorship, you may write to my mail ID ramachandru111@gmail.com. You may write all your queries and you may write for guidance and you may write for mentorship. Not just for interview but also for preliminary and mains as well. I will give you personal guidance and mentorship, and I will be your friend and guide for your entire preparation. And if anyone wish this, you can write to this mail. Thank you all.